Hello to my water signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is for April 24th through the 30th, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get an animal spirit overall energy card. Then I'm going to pull from my Akashic Tarot because if you have seen the readings before, they're really powerful. This deck is deep. And then we're going to clarify with the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So what we're going to do for the Akashic Tarot is I'm going to look at what's working against you, what's working for you, and what is unseen, okay? Because this is the energy that you can use throughout the week. And now you have an objective, okay? You're not just going through the week lost and blind. Now you know what the energy is for you. The fire signs reading was already super powerful. So let's see what we need to know for you all. Let's see. And if you missed the weekly collective reading, it's posted as well. So check that out too. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys, you're not going to believe this. Okay, so I pulled this card for the general collective reading this morning on TikTok Live. I just did the fire sign reading and this same card came out. Swear. And y'all have seen me sitting here shuffling it, and I even shuffled it before I started the video. Like, shuffled it like a deck of cards. Whoa. This is a big message. Okay, so the frog is talking about the need to cleanse your energy, okay? Because the frog symbolizes, they start out in the water, and then they evolve to where they can live on land. But they still need the water. Okay, so this is you, like your spirit body coming into the 3D, but you still need your spirit body, and we still need to cleanse that energy because going through this human experience is not easy, right? We burden ourselves with so much that we need to make sure that we are reconnecting to our higher selves. We are cleansing our energy because otherwise we're going to experience a lot of turmoil because we keep stacking things onto ourselves. I still can't believe that card just came out. You cannot make this stuff up. Holy cow. Like if it comes out for the other ones too, I'm going to really freak out. But especially fire signs and water signs, you got the frog energy. So interesting. Okay, so let's see what the Akashic Tarot wants to say. I'm in love with this deck here because it gets deep. Okay, so let's see what's working against you. We have the Eight of Forces in reverse, lightning bolt. Okay, what's working for you? The Three of Keys, chess game. And then what is unseen? We have the Muse in reverse. Okay, interesting. So let me put this deck down. So when we see the Eight of Forces in reverse as what is working against you, this is really, the Eight of Forces indicates going through like a major change, kind of like the Tower, right? You've gone through a major change, but when you feel like this is working against you, it can be that you feel like everything that you do is falling apart or something you work so hard towards has fallen apart, and it just feels like this cycle. Okay, and so when we feel like all of this crumbling is essentially like the theme to our life, then we keep repeating that cycle. So let me pull a couple of cards from the tarot and let's see what else we need to know. And it can also be working against you because there may be a refusal to let this go, whatever has changed. Okay, us as humans, we hang on to things, especially things that we spend a lot of time, energy, and effort on, whether that be a relationship, a job, a project, whatever it is, okay? We hang on to these things simply because we've spent so much time with it. But, in the end, it's like the most burdensome thing that we have. But for whatever reason, people think that, well, I've been in this relationship for 20 years, what, might as well just stick it out. And it's like, really? Like, you want to spend the rest of your life this miserable? Like, it makes no sense, makes no logical sense. But that's how we justify things. Well, I've been doing this for this long, so I mean, it just is what it is. No, it is not what it is. Okay, so let's pull a couple of tarot. We have the Six of Pentacles, yeah, and the Eight of Pentacles. So there could be a focus on finances this week. You may have had a change, or it could be a job situation, but then also it could just literally, with this being a collective, I want to do it as general as possible so you can see where it fits for yourself. There's, again, like I said, it could feel like this is your constant theme, right? And the good thing is that it looks like you are wanting to work on this, right? You're wanting to get into the flow of things, but we have to stop saying that certain things are working against us, okay? We have to stop saying that things just don't work out for me, or, people just don't value me. Any of those low vibe claims, we have to stop making those, okay? Because one of the things, too, is when we're working on something, if we lack real commitment to it, then it will fall apart. So, like, let's say if you're working on your business, if you're an entrepreneur and you're working on your business and you kind of lose interest because it doesn't take off right away, well, yeah, it's going to fall apart. Okay, if you're working on your health and you start off, like New Year's resolution, I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to do this and this and that. Well, if you lack commitment, then what's going to happen? It's going to fall apart, So it's telling you that change is inevitable. We always have change. Change never stops, okay? And we have to learn to work with it. We have to learn to really commit to ourselves and our flow in life. I want to see if anything else pops up for me. And you want to do things not for monetary gain only. Okay, yes, we do need money, right? But we don't want to just focus on money. You want to do things for the love of it. Okay? Because we're going through a massive transformation now, collectively, to where people are tired of, the 9 to 5, or just like, being a slave to the elites, right? It's like, I want to do what I love. I want to feel free. I should be allowed to do things that I love instead of just doing the same thing over and over again and calling that life and being miserable. So there has to be a commitment to really starting that new way of thinking. And I'm just listening, bear with me. Because, when we've been in this situation for so long, we're afraid to change. We're afraid to break things down. But sometimes we have to. That's why we have the Tower in tarots. Because, if things are built incorrectly, it's not built for longevity. It's going to collapse. Okay? And so it's going to have to. That's how you learn. What's working for you is we have the Three of Keys, the chess game. So this is you needing to see, number one, life is essentially a game, okay? It really is. It's just like we're here as soul beings wanting to experience life as a human. And it's literally just a game. And you hold your chess pieces. You decide where you're going to go, but you do need to be aware of what forces, are attempting to work against you, okay? So we get programmed with this fear, we get programmed with lack, we get programmed with so many things, but in reality, you hold the chess pieces. You are in charge here, okay? I hope that makes sense. If not, feel free to ask in the comments. Because when I start channeling information, I will just speak and have to make sure it makes sense. But the chess game is being aware of the game of life, being aware of the opponents, okay, which are like the people that try to keep us down, the people that try to hide things from us, that kind of thing. And knowing that it's kind of like, you know, people always say you got to get out of the matrix. Well, you can never get out of the matrix until you cross back over, until you leave this human body, okay? The thing you want to do is to learn how to use the matrix. Learn how to work and control the matrix yourself, okay? So let's see what we need to know. And I did not mean to just shuffle that. Whoops. That's all right. I guess they needed to be shuffled. I don't know, but I got to talking, and I don't normally shuffle in between clarifications. Interesting. Let's see. 10 of Swords. And the 6 of Cups. That's interesting, yeah. Because, you know, this is how we feel now, right? That's how we feel now. But we're at our wit's end. Okay? And so what's working for you is like knowing how to play this game. Knowing how to make strategic moves. And here we have the 6 of Cups. It's interesting. We have 6 of Pentacles and then 6 of Cups here. Because the 6 of Cups is about feeling nostalgic, right? It's you know, when we're young, everything is fun, everything is new, everything is magical. But as we get older, it becomes life like this. Well, life isn't supposed to be like this. Life is supposed to be like this. You know? Because it's like when we're young, everything is fun, everything is magical, everything is new. And when we get old, we stop giving a shit about what people think, do, or say about us. You know? It's very interesting. I love this deck because it shows both ends of life. And this is part of it. You know, it's like what is in between is nothing but a game, nothing but just an experience. Okay? That's really interesting. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to... I like my cards to align the way they need to. But for whatever reason, I got distracted and it caused me to shuffle. So maybe that needed to be heard. That's very interesting to me. So up next, what is hidden is we have the Muse in reverse. Okay? So whatever is going on here, this feeling of, you know, things changing and being afraid of that, or, you know, being like not wanting to change anything. It's causing this low vibe of like, I just don't feel inspired anymore. You know, because the Muse talks about being inspired through creativity and life and love. But can you imagine feeling like this and being inspired? No. But can you imagine feeling like this and being inspired? Yeah. Okay. So let's pull a couple on that one and see what we need to know. 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. And Ace of Swords. Wow. So it's interesting because what this is saying is in order to get yourself out of this, what you're feeling like slump, is a new thought process. Right? Clarity, your own personal truth. And that's what's going to lead you to this happiness, this harmony. But you have to commit to this. These readings are so powerful this week. And I know I say that a lot, but dang. I mean, these cards coming out 3 times in a row already. The Frog. You know, letting us know that this week is a time of cleansing the energy. And I want to look at this card some more because I feel like there's more to it. It's interesting because you see the reflection here, okay, at the lightning bolt. There is, you know, you might feel like it's a lot of work to, you know, replant seeds and whatnot. But it's more, you're not seeing that this is an opportunity. Like you're getting an opportunity to plant these new seeds. but they need to be what you want. You know, I talk about this all the time as far as the universe doesn't care what seed you plant, it's going to make it grow one way or the other. Okay. So we were talking about this morning in the collective reading of you're already abundant. It's just, what are you abundant in? Are you abundant in anxiety? Are you abundant in lack? That can happen. That is a real thing. Are you abundant in grief? You know, what is it that you're abundant in? Because you are divinely abundant no matter what. So we want to unlock the positive abundance. But you got to start planting those new seeds and really committing to working on yourself, okay? To figuring out exactly who is it that you want to be. Do you want to have better health? Start working on it. Do you want to have better finances? Start working on it. Do you want to connect to your higher self? Start working on it, okay? Because again, this is a game. It's just an experience. And you've gotten to the point where you've had enough. You've had enough and you're ready to get back to this happy feeling. Okay? You're ready to get back into this flow of magic and innocence. And we are going to eventually get to that point in time, but right now we have to let everything crumble that needs to crumble. That's just how the universe has to work. Because how is anything going to change if we don't reveal what is not working? If we don't reveal what's hiding in the dark, you know? And so don't let whatever's going on keep you stuck. The way to tap back into your divine essence is to work on this new thought process, is to see it with clarity as for what it is, a game, an experience, and to know that you hold the chess pieces. You determine where you go in this life. And you do have these, you know, other forces, right? Which are like the other humans in this life that really want to rule the whole board, I guess you could say. But you don't have to play that way. You can outsmart it. Let's see. Let me get some oracle. And again, I hope I'm making sense and not going over heads. But there's just a lot in this world that is designed to keep us down, to keep us blocked. But, you know, thank God for social media, because we are uncovering so much. We are learning so much. And, you know, it's not just certain people that are tapped into abilities. You know, it's not just a certain amount of people that have gifts. No, we all have the ability to tap into this divine power, to this divine essence. You just have to commit to it. You have to give yourself permission to do so. That's why we have Mercury retrograde, because it's helping us. This is a time meant to work for us, because we are meant to go and reevaluate where we are now. Are we happy with life where we are now? What things need to be revised? What needs to be revamped? Okay? How can I communicate my truth more clearly? It's just a time for you. It's like a checkpoint in the year where you stop and you reevaluate things, because you're always changing. You're always evolving. Always. Okay, so you need to have these checkpoints. And life is literally an algorithm. Look, wailing tree, reconciliation. So what this is saying is, it's interesting, we have a here, reconciliation. So what this is saying is you got to let yourself feel the feelings, okay? Whatever has changed here, whatever, you know, you feel like has fallen apart, that didn't work out the way you thought it was going to, we have to allow ourselves to feel the feelings and then reconcile that, okay, that happened. What did I learn from this? And how can I work on myself in order, like, this is a gift. This is something that was an opportunity for me to evolve. Okay, that's what this means. So in Mercury retrograde, we reevaluate. We look at things, we look back and see where we have come from the last retrograde till now, Let me see how far I've evolved. Let me see what has happened and how I can learn from this and I can use this to my advantage. But if we escape or use escapism to not feel the feelings, to not go through the hardship, then you're going to go through it again. Okay? And you're going to wind up creating some sort of disease within you because you're suppressing emotion, you're suppressing that energy, and it's not going to be a good thing for you. Okay? So this is you really learning how to process things, how to use whatever has happened here, which is interesting because look, I was just reminded to look, both of these trees getting burned down. Okay. So what that signifies to me is that you've been living this certain way for a long time. Okay. You've planted these roots. It's got this thick trunk, right? This big, yeah, it's a beautiful tree, but it's not healthy. Okay. There's something here that is being struck down because the universe needed to shake something up for you in order for you to not stay in one place. Okay, so I know this is a lot, but it needs to be heard. So, you know how whenever we have like forest fires and stuff like that, yeah, it is tragic when they burn, but then the earth uses the ashes from everything that's burned as like a fertilizer. And it helps things to grow back more healthy and abundant and stronger. Okay? So yeah, it really sucks that something has been burned down, but use the ashes of it to really come back healthier and stronger. I'm telling y'all, I channel messages and sometimes I surprise myself with what comes out of my mouth. But that's just what it is. Your life is ever evolving, okay? And while sometimes it feels overwhelming, sometimes it feels like it's a lose-lose situation, it really isn't, okay? That's just your indication that you've got to come back to yourself. That's a lot of the theme that I'm getting this week is needing to come back to the self. Anytime you're feeling a low vibration of anxiety, fear, anger, bitterness, whatever it is, that's just an indicator that you're out of your natural state and you got to come back to self. Okay? So let's see. What else do we need to know? Nope, that wasn't it. Keep going. Okay. What else do we need to know? The temple path. Interesting. I like this because you got to come back to the self. Okay? This is you. And you got to come back to yourself. You are on the journey to connecting with your higher self. The whole I don't want to say the whole objective, but like the main objective of life is to come and have this human experience. And it's like, okay, I want to have a human experience because I want to see what it's like. And I want to see, if I can connect to me, to my essence, to my higher self, and use that in this human life, okay, to help humanity evolve, to, manifest positive things, to be a healer, whatever it is that your essence is wanting, whatever is in your energetic blueprint, right? And so this is coming back to you, getting into that divine sacred space, okay? It's very interesting. Seeing things from a higher perspective rather than just, a human. Let's see. Came out reverse. I want to pull the book on this one because I know this is a strong one, but I cannot remember what it is for the life of me. Give me 1 second to grab the book. Okay, I'm going to read this to you because it's very interesting and it goes with everything we're talking about. It says, this represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including the stones, the plants, the animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades all creation in our planet. Thanks to, I believe it says Pachamama, but I could be saying it incorrectly. If I am, please forgive me. Our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. And was I not just talking about this the whole time? The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. It says, you are a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous, regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting the ocean. So, isn't that interesting? Right? I was talking about you are a soul being here to experience being a human being. Okay? And we're talking about the trees here and the frog, the evolution, being on earth, needing to come back to you. And part of that, and we talked about that this morning in the collective reading, part of that is reconnecting to the earth, grounding your energy to Mother Gaia. And the most simplest way to do that is to go put your feet in the grass. They have measured crazy benefits to grounding down, crazy health benefits, mental, emotional, physical, all the above. Okay. And if you want to go sit against a tree, that's even better. Okay. You know, this can also be viewed as, you know, we've done our part in damaging the earth, right? But we have to do the work to make it right. And it's going to take time, and we have to, you know, essentially, we have to do our part to reconnect. And that's so interesting. Yeah, because it's like the earth is a living organism, and we're meant to connect with her. And if we're doing things to damage her, then all of us are going to suffer, right? So we have to really have this new way of doing, of thinking, of connecting to the planet, to the organism that we live on and within, because that's part of our evolution, right? So that can be, you know, twofold in this message. I told y'all these readings have gotten super powerful, and I'm loving it. Let's see what else we need to know. And I'm still freaked out that the frog has come out 3 times. I don't know. And frogs are a symbol, honestly, also of good luck. Look, pine spirit, purification. Yep. I told you it has to be, you're coming into a space of newness. That's why we have the Ace of Swords there that you don't see. And the way you do that is new thought. Okay, thoughts create emotions, emotions create energy, and then all action we take after that creates manifestation. Okay, we have to think about our part in this game. We have to think about, you know, you have to think about your part in your relationships, in your job, and the whole being of life too, is what I'm trying to get at. And so pine spirit, pine is like, you know, evergreen. And it's ongoing. And this is about purification, starting anew, okay? Cleansing your energy, because we're always evolving. Our energy never dies, but we need to cleanse it. Let's see what else we need to know. Let's see. Mirror guardian. Take time to reflect. Look at that. We were just talking about Mercury retrograde. You got to take time to reflect. This is an opportunity for you to see where work needs to be done, where a new thought process needs to come in. You know, what is your role in your life and what is your role in the collective? Okay? So I hope this resonates with you. If it does, please like, subscribe, and share this with anybody that you feel needs to hear it, okay? Because there's a bunch of messages in this reading. I mean, gosh, they're so powerful. And I told you, this deck goes deep, and these two decks really work together. All of them are working together beautifully. So yeah, if you feel like somebody else could benefit from this, please share it with them. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you use this energy and this message, not just this week, but as you go throughout your entire life, okay? You play a massive role in your own life. You are the dictator of what you do, nobody else. And you got to reevaluate where you are in life throughout the year and make adjustments that are needed. Get back to you. You got to get back to your divine essence, which is peace, love, harmony. Okay, remember, you're already abundant. It's just what are you abundant in? All right, I will see you next week.